Because honestly, Dave Montgomery leads the hate list here as well. I mentioned the matchup with the Browns. Just to go a little bit further. Week 1, they faced Chase Brown, 21 rushes for 43 yards. Week 2, faced Derrick Henry, 11 rushes for 23 yards. And Week 3, Josh Jacobs, 16 rushes for 30 yards. Dave Montgomery, I get it. He had the big run against the Ravens for a touchdown, scored twice as well, but he's playing 36% of the snaps. This is Jahmyr Gibbs' backfield. Sure. It is clearly Gibbs and then Montgomery. He's averaging 13 touches a game, which is a career low. So you're telling me that Dave Montgomery is getting probably 13 touches against the #1 run defense in the NFL. I have him just barely inside my top 30. Dave Montgomery on the hate list.
Yep, Cleveland Browns may well have the best defense in football. Lawrence, Rhamondre Stevenson, hate list against Carolina. Favorable matchup, but his matchup right now is with holding on to the football.
Yeah, the matchup is good, and if not for him, losing to see it's different when you fumble twice. When you lose it twice, that's like coaches don't know about that. So I think that's a big reason why he was third on this team in carries last week, even behind Antonio Gibson when he started out as the starter in the regular season. Also, 4 carries for 18 yards last week, a big dip from what he had in week 2. And I think his over-under for total yards from scrimmage was something like 59 last week on pregame. And I was like, no, sir. That's going under because he's not going to catch another 55-yard pass. So we like, and for what it's worth, like, Carolina just laid the smackdown on the Falcons and Bijan Robinson and them. So I don't think Rhamondre Stevenson is any better than that. And so I like Travion Henderson, like Matthew said earlier, but I'm off Stevenson for this week.
Yep, I think that makes sense. I think more scope for that to trend down and towards Travion Henderson. Connor Rogers isn't here today. The Mets playoff race has absolutely broken him. I'm on a text thread with Connor talking about the Mets, and this Pirates-Red series just reduced him to absolute rubble, so he needed the day off. But his franchise player in the League of Ourselves, Javonte Williams, I think is going to be in a tough spot against the Packers. As we mentioned, 7-point dogs, elite Packers rush defense. Think about what the Packers did to Jahmyr Gibbs and David Montgomery in week 1, and then think about what those guys did to the Ravens defense on Monday night. So I think the Packers, even though Quinshon Judkins got a little bit going on the ground against them, still think this is an elite rushing defense, and I wouldn't expect that Javonte has game script either.
The other thing that's hurting Javonte Williams in this particular game especially is that, again, we think the Packers are going to explode offensively, and so, I mean, the Cowboys secondary has just been brutal. I mean, they saw Luther Burden and Luther Burden and Rome Odunze. I was going to say Chris Live. Rome Odunze and Luther Burden get loose deep. So they're going to be. I think this is a Matthew Golden breakout game. I think Romeo Doubs has a nice game here as well, especially with Tucker Kraft potentially less than 100%. My point being is that they're going to have to be in throw script for a lot of this game. And the way Javonte Williams pays off is if he falls into the end zone, which he could. He obviously always can, but I just don't know that they're going to be in scoring position that often against this Packers defense as well. Hey, it's Matthew Berry from NBCSports.com and RotoWorld.com, and I want to thank you so much for watching whatever it is you just watched, or if nothing else, being too lazy to click out of the autoplay after this video started, after whatever it is you actually wanted to watch finished. But now that you're here, I'd like to take a moment here to ask you respectfully now, okay? I'm asking you respectfully to subscribe to the NFL on NBC YouTube channel. You'll get the latest Roto-World fantasy news headlines, all sorts of great shows, including my own Fantasy Football Happy Hour. So go subscribe now. Again, I'm asking respectfully.